Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I am frankly FM84 and thank you for checking out another episode of the potential superstars of FM22. So in the last episode we showed you Boubacar Kamara, a player who you maybe need to pick up on the cheap at the start of the game and develop into the player that you want. In today's episode we have a player who has come far out of left field. He is Dominic Yankov. He is a midfielder, attacking midfielder, centre, or an attacking midfielder, right or left. Starts the game at Ludogorets. So you can see that he starts off with 6 national caps, hasn't scored yet for the national team in Bulgaria. He has played 9 times for the under-21s and scored 2 under-21s goals. He starts the game as a 20-year-old on a contract that runs until 2024, so 3 years left on that. Starts off with £1,700 wages, and his valuation is 1.1 to 3.3 million pounds at Ludogorets. So let's have a little breakdown of his attributes and show you why they feel he is that kind of player. So in terms of his technicals, you can see that he has dribbling, corners, first touch, passing and technique, all scoring around 12 or 13. He then complements that with crossing of 11, finishing of 11, free kick taking of 11, and penalty taking of 11. So a good starting set of stats there in terms of his technicals. In terms of his mentals, the standout is determination. He has 16. He then has 13 aggression, 12 anticipation, 12 composure, flair of 14, off the ball 13, teamwork 13, vision of 13, work rate of 14. So again, another great set of mental stats that you can build upon for a 20-year-old. And then his physicals, this might be a little bit disappointing. Acceleration only 13, pace of 13, natural fitness 12, agility 13, and balance of 11. Looking across to the right hand side, you can see his personality is fairly determined. Media description is that of an attacking midfielder, and his player traits are gets into the opposition area, moves into the channels, plays 1-2s, likes the ball played into his feet, and runs with the ball often. So, looking at him as a 20-year-old, there is plenty of room to develop. 1.1 to 3.3 million pounds, if you could get him for that price range, I think he has so much room to develop that he's going to be a bit of a star. So let's jump forward to 2026 and show you what happens in the 5 years that we've seen his career. As always, though, by now, you know, before we jump to 2026 and show you what happens with Dominic Yankov, if you're at this point of the video and you're enjoying the content and any of the other videos in this series, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help and support the channel. Every single interaction on the channel is absolutely vital, and I appreciate every single person who takes the time to hit the buttons, leave a comment and interact with us. So if you are one of the people that have already done that, we aren't going to waste any more time. Let's jump to 2026 and show you how Dominic Yankov turns out in FM22. Here we are then, the date is now the 1st of July 2026 and Dominic Yankov is 25 years old. He has moved to Italy and now plays for Cagliari, and you can see he's a midfield, attacking midfielder centre, attacking midfielder right or left, and has added striker to his resume. He, as I said, he's now 25 years old. He's on a contract with Cagliari until 2029, so 3 years on that. He earns £45,500 per week, and he has now played 43 times for the Bulgarian national team, scoring 4 goals. Cagliari value him at 10 to 30 million pounds, so a nice increase there in terms of his value. And when we break down his stats, you can see that he hasn't really developed in terms of technicals. He still has all of those standout ones that were there before, so the dribbling, first touch, passing, technique, penalty taking, finishing, all those are just basically the same as what they were at the start of the game, so not as much progression there as I thought. In terms of his mentals, he still has that 16 determination, aggression, anticipation, composure, flair, off the ball, teamwork, vision and work rate are all still scoring highly. And in terms of his physicals, he has developed them a little bit, but in terms of what I thought he might become, they haven't really exploded like I thought they could do. But he still has good acceleration, agility, pace and stamina. He has natural fitness and balance of 12. Also, looking into his personality, he's now fairly determined. He has the media description of attacking midfielder, and he has the player traits of gets into the opposition area, moves into the channels, tries killer balls often, plays 1-2s, tries long-range passes. So a breakdown of the 5 years in the save that we simmed. You can see starts off in 21-22 at Ludogorets, plays 13 games with 2 goals, 5 assists, 1 player of the match and a 7.23 average rating. He then, in the second season, gets his move to Cagliari. They only pay £2.5 million for him, and that's what I mean about this player being a bit of a bargain. And in Serie A, he plays 32 games with 5 goals, 1 assist, and a 6.82 average rating in his first season. 23-24, 38 games, 7 goals, 2 assists, 2 player of the matches, and a 6.9 average rating. 24-25, 37 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 2 player of the match, and a 6.92 average rating. And then in 25-26, 38 games, 4 goals, 3 assists, 2 player of the matches, and a 6.96 average rating. So looking at the average ratings there, I think they're a little bit lower than what I thought he might be. But looking at the raw numbers, he scores goals and he provides assists. And I think in terms of his development, if you can get him and develop him a little bit better than what Cagliari have seemingly done, I think he could turn into a bit of a bargain for £2.5 million. Certainly at the age of 25, there might be a little bit more room for improvement, maybe not a lot, but I think for one of the cheaper players on this list, if you can snap him up for £2.5 million and improve him earlier on in the game, I think you could bag yourself an absolute bargain in Dominic Yankov. There we go then, another player profile complete, and this time Dominic Yankov is in the books. Starts off as a young player at Ludogorets, got a move in this game to Italy. They didn't really develop him as I thought he might be developed, so there is a chance that if you go out and get him in your game for around that £2.5 million mark, maybe if you're a mid-table Premier League team or a bottom half of the league team, you can get him into your first team, develop him, and I think he turns into a better player than what those raw numbers there suggest. So let me know in the comments section down below if he's a player that you would go out and target, and if you do get him, let me know how he performs in your game. Right then, I'm going to wrap this one up here. A big thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode of the Potential Superstars of FM22.